Welcome to this video review of our 8th and final concert of the Brighton Philharmonic concert season. I'm Ian Brignall and I'm the concert manager for the orchestra. In this review I have with me Barry Wordsworth and the piano duo Stephen Worbey and Kevin Farrell.
Hello.
Welcome.
Hello. Hello.
And we will be talking about the upcoming concert and its music here at Henry Wood Hall in London. Welcome to this video review. For this last concert in our series, we have a rich variety of works from concertos to ballet music, with folk music from Finland, and a musical evocation of animals with narration. We open the concert with one of Sibelius's most popular and evocative pieces, Karelia. Barry.
Yes, I mean, this is the most wonderful piece to play because when you play it, you know that everybody in the audience knows the tunes, they know how the work goes. It's a wonderful celebration of joy, of joyfulness in life, marvellous orchestration. It's a great way to open the concert.
It is. Malcolm Arnold was commissioned by the BBC Proms in 1969 to write a piano concerto, and he wrote this for 3 hands and 1 piano for the 3-handed piano duo. It's not, it's for 2 pianos.
Yes, it's very good.
Dear.
Well, yeah, I don't, it's an easy mistake to make. Yes, 3 hands for 2 pianos.
Yeah,
right.
3 hands for 2 pianos.
Yeah.
And for the 3-handed piano duo, Cyril Smith and Phyllis Selleck. Now, we have a little story about Phyllis Selleck.
Well, Phyllis Selleck was my teacher at the Royal College of Music some time ago. They were very famous duettists with 4 hands, and Cyril Smith was one of the greatest pianists that ever lived. But they played duets, and then when they were touring Russia, I think, or the Ukraine, Cyril suffered a thrombosis, a stroke, so he lost the use of one of his arms in his hands. And a lot of composers, Vaughan Williams, Malcolm Arnold, they composed pieces specifically for Phyllis and Cyril to play 3-handed. And they would also arrange very famous piano works and redistribute the notes for 3 hands, 1 piano. It was great when Malcolm Arnold composed his concerto for them, and it went down an absolute storm at the Proms in 1969.
Yes, it was a massive success, and Arnold, with his brilliant orchestrations and virtuosic piano writing, 1 minute very dark in the first movement,
yes.
Then a beautiful melody in the second movement, and then such a witty finale, rumba.
Yes.
It kind of goes back to the black and white type movies. Malcolm Arnold wrote quite a lot of film scores. I think he wrote the music to the Centennials, didn't he?
He did.
Yes, he did. And so there's this kind of contemporary opening, but then suddenly this tune that seems as if it bursts out from nowhere, that it's, well, I kind of think of it like Burt Bacharach, seems to burst out of nowhere, but actually looking at the score, I seem to think there's some kind of a connection between the whole 3 movements, that it's actually a variation on what's previously been set, from what I can gather anyway.
Yes.
But it's very, very clever, but we've made a deal with each other, haven't we?
Yes, well, I wanted to play the melody for the beautiful slow movement, and
I would only allow him to do that as long as I got the big tune at the end. And so we
so
swapped.
Barry's let us swap over
So we're
between the second and third movement.
Yes.
Thank you.
That's really kind.
Well, that's how we're going to do it. That's how we're thinking of doing it today. Yeah. Of course, in between now and then, I might decide I want to play a bit.
Oh, that's fine. We are completely open. I might want to conduct.
You don't want that.
After the interval, we go to Coppelia by Delibes, and possibly one of the greatest ballet scores written.
Yes, I think so. And after all, Delibes is probably best known because of this piece. Of course, there are wonderful operas as well that he wrote, but we don't tend to play those so much in this country anyway. And I love the music of Coppelia. If anybody had a theatrical gift, it was Delibes, who could write music so that you knew exactly, even with your eyes shut, what was going on stage. And it's very interesting to me that Tchaikovsky was generous enough to say, if only I'd known the music of Delibes better, my ballets would have been much better than they are.
Oh, wow.
Really?
Wow. Yes. Yeah.
Wow.
And we're going to do 3 movements from the suite.
Yes, we're going to do the overture, which has the waltz, the beautiful waltz comes immediately after it, and then the Czardas, which is a wonderful folk piece on stage.
Brilliant. And we finish the concert with Saint-Saëns, or Saint-Saëns, Carnival of the Animals. And this is probably one of Saint-Saëns' best-known pieces.
Yes.
Possibly the Organ Symphony is in there,
Right.
but it's probably one of his
He was
best-known
quite
pieces.
embarrassed about it, wasn't he? And he didn't allow it to be... Well, he allowed The Swan to be published whilst he was alive, but nobody was allowed to publish it until he died. He was quite mortified that this was, you know, his famous piece.
It's tremendous fun, isn't it?
It's great fun.
Yeah.
And audiences love it, don't they? You know?
Traditionally, it would have the Ogden-Nash verse narrative between each animal, but they've kindly let us rewrite, haven't they? So we've done our own verse for it.
So there's a brand new story about the animals. They're a little bit upset that they've had bad press due to various illnesses like mad cow's disease and swine flu. And so what's happening in this concert is that the Brighton Philharmonic very kindly relaunching their image.
Yes.
Relaunching the animal image.
So yes, you know, and there's a nice little there's a kind of plea at the end, isn't
Oh,
it?
yes,
You know,
yes.
and it's yeah.
It's deep.
I wouldn't say that. I don't think there's anything that we do.
Well, there we go.
But again, we've just got the one piano.
Yes, that's right.
Yes, it's the recession has affected us.
We've rearranged it, yes. Yes.
Yeah, both again, Carnival of the Animals was written for two pianos, and we've squozed it onto the one piano, which causes all sorts of problems in its own. You know, we are on top of each other, literally, particularly in the wild horses and also the aquarium as well.
We promised a spectacle.
Yes, so you've got to be. It's split seconds, isn't it, that we're having to get out of each other's ways almost. So. Yes.
It's going to be fun.
It is.
Oh, it's going to be tremendous fun. Absolutely. Can't wait.
Quick thank you to all of us here at Henry Wood Hall, and we welcome you to this final concert. It's on March the 25th, 2:45. Be there.
Yes.
Yes, please
Bye-bye.
don't miss it.
No, don't.